Meanwhile, some parents in a New Jersey town now outraged over a new law that could land the parents in jail for what their kids do. New York Post dubbing it the parent slap. The ordinance was passed in, I think it's Gloucester Township in late July. I want to bring in Joey Jones, Fox News contributor, for some commentary on this. Here you go, Joey. If a child is repeatedly found guilty in juvenile court, their caretaker could face up to 90 days in prison and or a fine up to $2,000. This going to work?
I don't know that it'll work because I feel like if you're not holding the kid responsible to begin with, because it specifically says multiple offenses, I don't know that you're going to do it with the parents. I think there's a lot of ability for the judge there or whoever does the sentencing to make a decision. They get a warning the first time, and then like you read, 90 days in jail, or it could just be a $2,000 fine. And not $2,000 isn't a lot of money, but it's not 90 days in jail either.
Might get their attention.
This is from a parents group. Parents' rights group, saying parents are basically being told that they don't have rights as parents to know what's going on with their children. But then on the other side, it's how could you not know what was going on with your children? How come you didn't step in? I actually, though, understand the idea of trying to do something to get things to change.
It's one of those things that if you're a good parent, you see this and you go, what in the world? No way. But if you're a good parent that sees other parents that are really bad parents, we've all said under our breath, they need to take their parents to jail too. Like I've said that 1,000 times when you see a certain case. It's just where is the nuance of it? What they're talking about in the advocacy group is that New Jersey is one of those states that has a law that schools can have a separate set of records when it comes to like their gender identity and things they've talked to the counselor about. And they don't, not only do they not have to tell the parents, but they're not legally obligated in any way.
They're kind of encouraged not to.
Exactly. So the parents are sitting there going, we don't have the right to know if our kid is in a bad spot, but then if something comes from it, now I'm in trouble. That doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't.
This is a topic that is quite near to you, not just the military, but in the big, beautiful bill, part of it has money to hire 10,000 additional ICE agents. Here's Tom Homan on how the recruiting has gone so far. It's pretty extraordinary.
The DHS says 100,000 Americans have signed up to be a part of ICE. How many of those folks do you think will ultimately get signed on in order for the agency to meet its deportation goals?
Well, we need to hire 10,000, so we need to hire the best of that 100,000. We make sure we hire quality because it's a tough job, and we got to make sure we get the right people, and that's what we're working hard to make sure we do.
So the resumes are rolling in, not just for ICE. Check out the military for women, right? 7,200 more women have enlisted so far this fiscal year at this point than last year, from 16,725 to 23,985.
It's amazing.
What's going on and what explains that as a veteran yourself?
Yeah, I mean, the ICE thing's kind of set aside to talk about the military thing real quick. It's pretty easy to understand. When you believe that the mission at hand is something your government actually believes in, when you believe that your government's going to have your back when you go to war, when you believe that the government is going to basically support you when you're in a pickle. Like one of the texts I got the last time things went down in Israel and they were firing, Iran were firing, at our military bases. I got a text from a Green Beret that said, I don't think anything's going to come of this, but I know if we do have to, they'll have our back.
Right.
And it's that kind of mentality. Like women don't want to be treated, put up on a pedestal. I can't tell you the female Marines that I know who wouldn't take a promotion in a billet because they didn't want somebody to say you didn't deserve that yet. They didn't want DEI to be attached to their success. And I think women going into the military now feel like it wouldn't be. So all the attacks against Pete Hegseth, as far as calling him misogynist or saying he didn't want women in certain roles, has resulted in, what, a 50 to 100% increase in women enlisting?
It's pretty amazing.
I mean, that's some obvious things to me. When I joined, they gave me a really high bar to achieve, and that's what I wanted to do.
And here you are, and I'll see you on the 5 as well today.
Good stuff.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Joey.
Thank y'all.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.